All right, morning everyone. Welcome to a solo edition of hold on. Welcome to the solo edition of the Daily High. Matt got had a few too many over at his cricket game, so I'm gonna hold down the fort solo. Coming to you at 9:30 in the morning, so that the stock markets over in the U.S. are open and we can take a look at the S&P 500 as well. So without any further ado, let's go to the charts. Let me make sure from the live chat that audio is working, video is working, and we are good to go. So weird to host the show by myself. One of these days, I'm going to have a few too many drinks, and Matt will be hosting it himself. We are going straight to the charts, and we're going to take a look at what's going on. Okay, here's the weekly chart. This candle looked a little bit stronger a few minutes ago when the show was being set up. We are back to exactly 41,000. As yesterday's title stated, this is a very scary picture from a technical analysis perspective. I'm going to talk about alphanumerics as well. I'm very familiar with that indicator. On the weekly chart, we have the short-term moving average being the 20-period moving average rising fairly quickly, and it should meet the price of Bitcoin if it continues to go down at approximately $38,000. That $37,000, $38,000 in a week or two is basically an incredible buy the dip opportunity in my view. Now, that little dot you see under current candle, if I zoom in, that is the modified Lucid SAR as part of the alphanumerics indicator. If this area is touched and it's currently sitting at just about $40,000, that would remove the bullish trade based on alphanumerics. When we go over to the daily chart, you see the exact same alphanumerics point right there. Okay, you see the same point. Also on the alphanumerics chart, this point hangs around because this is actually the weekly point. That's why it doesn't rise every single day. It rises based on the weekly scale, though it does rise occasionally. Here you see it for 5 consecutive days, and right here you see it for a longer set of days, 7 consecutive days. There probably are elements where it goes up within the week, but normally, actually this is a daily chart, the point has just moved up. The point moved up today, which is interesting. It doesn't normally do that. I would have to ask Matt about that. Normally, this point is there for 7 days straight because it's based on a weekly scale. It's always been 7 days straight. It is very peculiar why it moved up today, because the week has not yet ended. Oh man, the one time Matt would be awesome to have on the show. So I'll talk to him why this happened. Now, this red down arrow, I drew this from doing a podcast on my personal channel last night. So basically 12 hours ago, there was a podcast on my channel. And the reason for this arrow is not so much that I'm expecting the price to go down this far, though it is possible, is that this for me is a no touching zone, okay? This is not the area I would want to buy the dip unless there is a candle that is a reversal candle on an MRI buy opportunity, and that candle shows me a green tone vase volume spike. So I need a green tone vase volume spike on a reversal candle in line with the MRI. Now, the MRI could come on the candle before, the candle of, or the candle after. Basically, what I am looking for is a candle similar to the candle that bounced the price of Bitcoin off of 20,000 right here. This is an example of that candle. Now, this candle had the additional advantage of bouncing from a round number of 20,000, which also happened to be the prior swing high right here at 20,000. And it also happened to bounce off of a critical moving average, and it happened to come on a green diamond. But I don't need all of these stars to align. I don't need all the astrology to align, only some of the astrology to align. And the minimum requirement astrology I need to align is, yes, this is a red volume spike, but on tone vase volume, it will have a green volume spike. So I need a green volume spike. And we will eventually release the tone vase volume for free. I need a green volume spike on tone vase volume. I need a reversal candle, which this is. And I need a MRI buying opportunity. Okay. That is the only way I am a buyer in the no entry zone. Okay. This to me is the no entry zone right here. I don't like the zone. Now, if you are a long-term hodler, the best time to buy Bitcoin was yesterday, even at a higher price. And the best time, and if you ask me tomorrow, the best time would have been today. So if you are a long-term hodler, this is perfectly fine. But if you are a short-term to intermediate-term trader, I would rather buy at the breakout. So, and the breakout line could be lowered now over to say 43.5 instead of 44.5. Or we have to go lower because right here, there are other areas of support. There is the prior horizontal resistance at 38,000, which happens to come in line with the weekly chart. There is the MRI support line, and there is the moving average on a daily scale, which is the 128-day moving average, which is the same area where we bounced off back at that 20. Okay, and I really like the 128-day moving average. You can see how it acted as resistance as recently as October. And once we broke above it, we have not yet back tested it. So back testing this 128-day would actually be very healthy for the near-term future of Bitcoin. Okay, quick look at the allocation chart. The allocation has been lowered to 50%. I don't see a need to lower the allocation any more than 50%, even though my personal position is at a 75% lowering in cash, waiting to, re-enter all of it. And the closer we get to this moving average, the better it would be to, buy this dip. And once again, the $38,000 area rears its ugly head. Right now, to me, we have open air. To me, there's absolutely no support in the zone. This is the no support zone. I guess that's the best way to call it. To me, this is the no support zone. Some kind of support can show up, but to me, this is just a gap that is dying to get filled. All right, short-term chart. Wow, we did dump just now on current hour. Maybe the stock market opened to the downside. We'll go and take a look. I am still in that trade. I don't know how Matt wanted to play it today. The reason why I took on the long trade, which was clearly a mistake, my thought process, as I explained, was it was right here, and we did rally a bit. This was yesterday. We did rally. My trade was doing well, and then it all kind of collapsed, or maybe we rallied right here. Yeah, it was right here. So my thought process was we would fall yesterday afternoon and then rally into market open today, and then the catastrophe would start. The catastrophe started early. Starting next week, we're going to start putting P&L into account. So I'm probably going to let this ride. I'm going to hope and pray that we're going to go to the upside, and then we're going to start it properly, factoring in the P&L and not have it be just who did better. Under the P&L scenario, we're going to be way more responsible with this trade. Okay. No reason to talk about that. Nothing really going on in the commodity markets. I'm still bullish on oil. You can. I want to get to the stock market. I'm bullish on gold. This is a quick peek. Oh, the stock market about to close at a brand new high. So the stock market is bullish this morning. So Bitcoin certainly not dropping because of the stock market. However, the stock market did open in pre-market higher. Maybe there was some kind of news announcement. I've been so busy keeping track of the data for the Bitcoin ETFs. I have not been able to keep track of the economic data. There's only so much to look at a single point in time. This is the tab I use for other assets. Yep, we've been talking about Ethereum. Ethereum's in a green star candle breaking out of consolidation. This is actually unreasonably bullish for Ethereum. It's very disappointing for me to see, but this is a very bullish candle calling for higher prices in Ethereum even versus Bitcoin. Just a quick peek, since I haven't looked at it in a while, at what the Fed is likely to do coming up on the next FOMC 2 weeks away. And it looks like they're going to hold the rate where it is, which is what I expect. All right, I spent this morning updating the data for the Bitcoin ETFs and how much Bitcoin they all hold. What I really want to see is how much Bitcoin was purchased versus how much Bitcoin. This is the latest data. I spent all morning going through all the links and finding other sources for the data. This is CryptoQuant. You can find the link to sign up for CryptoQuant in the video description. Another thing I was doing yesterday was actually signing up for CryptoQuant. Well, the Financial Summit ended up signing up for CryptoQuant and gave me access to it, which is great. And you can find the link to CryptoQuant below. They update this automatically every day as well. I updated mine manually this morning, so my data is a little bit ahead of this data. Some of it has been updated, some of it has not, but they will update it probably within the next hour or two. Maybe if I refresh, they would have already updated, say, the Fidelity number. I saw 20,000. It's still 20,000. That's Fidelity on my spreadsheet because I do this manually. And why is this not clicking? Here we go. Fidelity is already at 24,000. So what I really want to know is when it comes to yesterday's big crash. All right. Whoa. I'm clicking too fast. Let me take a look at some of your questions real quick. This is going to be one of the shorter shows. Tone, what's your opinion on Bitcoin monthly chart? I will go and take a look. Is GBTC discount still valid? No, there is no more discount. They are now an ETF. Instead of a discount, they sell. Oh, I lost the tab. Instead of the discount, they sell the underlying Bitcoin. This is probably what's been causing the big crash in the price of Bitcoin. They just dumped the Bitcoin, correct? Hey, Tone, does the price drop when there is more sales? Yeah, of course. Doesn't one sale equal one buy? Not necessarily. Who are they selling to? Well, whoever wants to buy it. Remember, guys, if there's nobody willing to buy, you have to drop the price until someone is willing to buy it. I mean, this is like pure supply and demand. So here, if I do this minus this, okay, ignore this last one. Okay, so this is how much equals sum. This is how much Bitcoin was bought, 14,000. GBTC sold 10,000. So that's a net of 4,000. That's good. That's what I want to see. I want to see more Bitcoin being bought by the ETFs than sold. Okay. 14,000 versus 10,000. Oh, I got to add them together, not subtract. Right. So 3,000 Bitcoin was net purchased yesterday. These are the numbers as of this morning for these guys. I'm still a little confused on maybe there's a day mismatch here, but this is the best I have. And that's the number I'm going to put down right here. But it also depends how they buy it. I think that these guys have set up lots of OTC deals, and I think GBTC was maybe surprised how much Bitcoin they have to sell, and they may be selling it on spot exchanges, hence creating a bit of a drop in the spot. That's just my speculation, okay? So I think this data is incredibly useful. You can check out CryptoQuant for this data. I have the direct link to this data, but I'm sure you can find it on their website if you go to their homepage. If you are interested in CryptoQuant, please use the link below and sign up so that in order for me to show this data, because this is not, this may or may not be free data, I'm not sure. Some of it might be free if you sign up for a free account, but some of the more advanced data is paid. I promised them I would drop their name and a link to send them some traffic. If you guys see this for the first time, you're not familiar with CryptoQuant, they're going to be on the show, or I was on their show, and it's going to be posted here on this channel coming up soon. So check that out. This is they update this data every day. They also show you number of shares. They show you how GBTC is still dominating and how much Bitcoin they hold. But GBTC is bleeding Bitcoin every day, and the other ones are adding Bitcoin every day. Really, really cool data, along with lots of their other charts. So you can go ahead and check that out. How does OTC help us? Well, when someone wants to sell a lot of Bitcoin OTC, they find a buyer outside the spot exchanges, and it prevents, catastrophic drops on the spot exchanges. But it hurts us in the other direction, right? If all of these ETFs had to go out and purchase Bitcoin on spot exchanges, they would dry up liquidity on the spot exchanges, and therefore the price would actually rise. So they don't help us. It's not about everything evens out eventually, but it just it definitely alters the volatility on spot exchanges. All right, guys. On this note, I'm going to get going. It was a short show with Matt not joining us today. And one of these days, it'll be just Matt hosting the show. There will be other shows coming to this channel. Please like, subscribe, support, follow us on Instagram, follow us on other social media, especially on on this new YouTube channel. We did a Twitter Space yesterday as well. Hopefully that video will be posted today. All right, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Don't forget this no support zone that has started as of 41,000, and it's all the way down to 38. That's the no support zone. Some reversal can happen with other TA. And the other thing that I'm very concerned about is the CMF. The CMF has dropped like a stone. The CMF started dropping like a stone as of January 10th, 11th, the moment the ETF came online. It's not a good sign at all. You want the CMF to be significantly higher. It would be nice to see the RSI go into an oversold zone. When that happens, Bitcoin price tends to rebound pretty nicely. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Check out the Financial Summit website as well for information on the next event in the Maldives. Bye.